Okay. I did my report on D Hirsch Jr. He is known as Eric Donald Hirsch Jr. He was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. In March 22, 1928. He attended Taft School in Woodstock, Illinois, and studied English at Cornell University with a Ph.D. in 1957. Hirsch Jr. began his studies and career at Yale University as a professor in the Romantic poets. His first book he wrote was Wordsworth and Schelling in 1960, which was a book based on the poetic and enthusiastic mindset. He is best known for his writings that include cultural literacy. He has been a core knowledge foundation of the humanities and a nonprofit organization of educational reform, which in his cultural literacy writings he has been researching reading and writing education and technical research, wanting to know more about teaching methods and better teaching techniques so that students can improve their writing and basic reading skills and levels. In 1977, Hirsch published The Philosophy of Composition that state a question: what makes prose more or less readable? He discovered that learning about relative readability of a text was an important factor in determining comprehension or background knowledge. Students today struggle with comprehension and reading skills. Knowing the basics of knowledge, students should not be neutral about what is taught, but should teach highly specific curriculum that allows children to understand things that writers take for granted. Hirsch Jr. corrects issues in education, for example, the standardized testing and overcoming class differences. Hirsch Jr. also wrote a book on the school we need and why we can't have them. He talks about why schools are not educating students like they should be. Hirsch explains that students should learn about highly competitive information, wanting students to have a desire to learn. I think it is important that students want to have that desire to learn and be able to have the knowledge that they can receive by learning the basic writing and reading skills. Hirsch says that parents often force children into reform math programs. They watch children as they do activities, not alone, but children are not learning anything, and having parents asking why they are not learning anything. Hirsch suggests that parents need to educate their students and children more often. Teachers also need to be able to have the right curriculum and visual aspects and able to teach and learn students the correct principles of writing, reading, and in education. I think Hirsch Jr. was a great example to me because I love the way he wants children to be able to learn and understand the proper ways of writing and reading language. He's also a great professor in doing his work in education.